Hello everyone, welcome back to the MuleSoft real-time project session 5. Before going to start session 5, just recap, of the last session, which we have discussed. Okay, so we have discussed about the user story, one, how to design. Okay, so how to design API by using RAML, and also we have seen how to create, AnyPoint Platform account. So I'll write this one as a first point. Okay, so first we have discussed how to create AnyPoint Platform account, then we have completed the design part. Okay, cool. So after completion of this user story, so what we need to do? So you can go to ADO and you can update the comments. And mark it as done. So this is how we can track the user stories. Okay. So now all the tasks are completed. So what I will do, I'm going to mark this user story also as completed. Okay, this is what we have discussed in the morning. Next. So the design is completed. So we have just started develop. Okay. Just started development for the above task, the above user story. See, what is the user story? Okay. Try to understand this one first. Okay, let me copy paste instead. Keeping everything in a board so that you can easily understand this. So first, before going to start this one, let me read out all the requirements. Okay. As a developer, I want to develop an API based on RAML. Okay. Based on the below requirement. So we have done already how to import the RAML from AnyPoint platform. So how to do that? Go to file and create a project. Okay. Just give right click here. So once the project is created, go to AnyPoint platform and download the RAML. Okay. Up to this part, we have done a collapsal. Now, see what is the requirement here. So this is the resource path. The major requirement is create account. Okay. Create a bank account. The user can able to successfully insert the record into database. What type of database we are using here? So based on the design. Okay. Let me close and open once again. It's not open. Escape. Draw.io. Okay, that task is closed. Let me reopen once again. Open existing item. So Mule ATM project. So here it is. It won't be available here. So this is our design. So the first one is, okay, create account. Okay, create account for the customer. So as part of this last session, we have done the design part. Okay. Now we need to do development. So in order to develop, so there are few points. Okay, there are few checks we need to do before inserting a record. You need to verify whether your account is already exist or not. If it is exist, what you need to do? You need to display an error message. Else you can enter. Okay, there are few conditions. We'll go one by one. Okay, we'll go one by one. So after importing the after import a RAML, so what we need to do? Okay, so everything I'll show in a practical so that you can able to understand clearly. Okay, instead of putting into notepad, okay, I'll go directly here. Let me open the RAML also. What is the username? V8 is school. 10 is our username. At the rate 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, once the design is done and once that RAML is published into Exchange, you can directly open in Exchange itself. Okay, no need to go to Design Center. Okay, this is the design which we have done in the last session. Okay, coming to session 5, we are going to start our development process. Our development process here. So what we need to do? So first we need to development. First I'll write all the steps here. I'll import RAML from Design Center. So this is done. Okay, just simply you can mark it as done here. Next, accept the input. Okay, we need to take the input, right? So how we are doing here? So how it is working? So if you try this one, the user has to pass customer name, bank name. Okay, so these are the details, right? Okay, in the design also you need to accept these values. You need to accept. Okay, accept the input values. Accept the input values. So how many ways we are passing here? Just observe. One is query parameters. Okay, one is query parameters, and another one is body. Fine. Next. So as per the requirement, we need to insert the values into Snowflake. Before, before point number 3, we need to verify the record is exist or not. Okay, exist or not from a DB. Okay, these are the major steps. Just observe here. So how to take the input? Okay, go to this flow. Okay, go to this post method. So how many parameters we do have? We do have 4 parameters. Then drag this. Okay, drag 4 variables. Okay, there is another method also. I'll tell you later. So instead of using the variables, first drag this 4 variables. Okay, cool. See, what are the variable names? See, everything it will be available in your documentation. So first one is, so here also you can pick, or else here you can pick, okay, customer name. Can someone tell me, or you can type in a chat box, how to read the values from query parameters? So what is the command we are
Yeah,
going to use?
yeah, Yash, attributes.queryforms dot
Correct. So just type
hash
in
attributes
the
dot
data wave attributes dot, okay, attributes dot
queryforms.
query forms dot, what is our variable name? So our variable name is this one. Okay,
Command name.
I'll write it here. Accept the values from query forms. Okay, this is the command or keywords. Okay, these are the keywords we are going to use. Attributes dot query forms dot customer name. So the same thing, just you need to do it for all. Just copy paste this one. Okay, just go to another one. So as of now, just copy paste. Later you can change the variables. Okay, first what I will do, I'll copy paste everything. I mean, in all the variables, I'm going to copy paste it here. So one is customer name. So in the set variable, so just change the display name also and customer name. Okay. As soon as if you are going to pass the variable, okay, the value, it will read the data. Next, customer name is done. Next one is bank, type and branch. Okay, fine. Bank. Let me drag a little bit up. Okay. See, it's very easy, guys. Okay, just you have to remember what to use and when to use and where to use. Okay, that's what you have to remember. That's it. I'll tell you without using this variable also. So how we are going to do this. First, you can try to understand the step by step. Okay, so bank is done, type is done. Next, branch name. Okay, this is also done. So as soon as we have completed what you need to do, we have to save this. That's it. Control S. Okay, it is showing some error. Let me check. Okay, payload field name, example, payload attribute name. Invalid input type, expected multi-value selector. Okay, so there are some keywords. Okay, so what I will do here, instead of type, okay, the variable name, I'm going to use it as account type. So, okay, now the issue is resolved. So later I'll change the, okay, I'll inform the issue, okay, why I have changed the variable name also, so that I'll change all the values. I mean, so whatever I'm going to modify the values, later I'm going to change it in my documentation too. Okay, my documentation too. Instead of type, I'm using account type. Okay, cool. So now we can able to read these values from, okay, these 4 values from Thunder client. Correct. Now, what you need to do? You need to accept these values also. So for this, no need to add any variables. Automatically, the name it is called payload. Automatically, it will get stored in a payload. As soon as if you send the value via body, where the values will go and sit, will get stored in a payload. Payload is nothing but it's a actual data. That's it. So that's what we have learned in a training sessions also. Okay, cool. Now accept the values via query parameters and body. Next, insert the values into Snowflake. Before point number 3, we need to verify the records if the record is exist or not. Okay, this is very, very important. So here we need to use Snowflake, right? So we are going to integrate with the Snowflake database. We are going to integrate with the Snowflake database. So in order to integrate Snowflake database, okay, we need credentials. So we integrate, or in order to connect with any database, or this is very important guys, external systems, okay, need configuration details. But here in the Snowflake, what are the configuration details that we will see now? Okay, how to add the configuration? Sorry, how to add the Snowflake connector here? Okay, how to add the Snowflake connector? So what you can do? Go to search in Exchange. Okay, type here Snowflake. Click on this first one. Click on this add. Click on finish button. So it is downloading now. It is downloading. See, if you complete one user story, the rest of the user stories are similar to first user story only, but there are little bit logic changes. You can easily complete. Okay, just concentrate on how we are doing. Okay, now just observe. So before inserting, what we need to do? We need to verify. So in order to verify, what we need to do? We need to select. I mean, we need to see whether the record is available in our database or not. Okay, I am going to take select connector here. Just observe. Snowflake select. Observe carefully. So in order to config Snowflake connector or MySQL connectors, any database connector, we need to provide configuration details. Okay, you need to provide configuration details. Account name, warehouse, database, schema, username. These details we need to give here. Okay. Who will provide these details? So here, so there is a in in real time, I'm telling, in real time, there is a separate DBA. DBA is nothing but database administration team. Okay. There is a DBA team. What they will do, they are going to provide these details. But here, you are the one architect, developer, DBA. Okay. You are going to play all the roles in this project. Okay. Based on the requirements. Okay. We need these details. So in order to get these details, you need to contact DBA. Also, just observe here, there is no user story for that. See, once the sprint is started, in between, there is any emergency, okay, you can add the user stories also here. Okay, you can add the user story. So I'm going to create one user story for DBA team, okay, as a Scrum Master, Snowflake account creation. So we need a Snowflake account. So these are all one-time setup. Okay, fine. Add to top. Just observe as a DB admin, as a DB admin, I want to create a Snowflake table. So how he is going to create the table? So we have designed, we have a data model. See, we have a data model. As per this data model, so as of now, as part of our requirement, okay, so one table is enough. So maybe going forward, we are going to enhance. I mean, enhance is nothing but modify or adding the features. Okay, so this one, as of now, we need a table called bank transactions, CID, customer name, customer account, ATM pin, these things and all. Okay, so the DBA is going to take care about creating the tables. Creating the tables. Okay, what you will do? Just you will attach this one. Just attach. Just I'm attaching this one. Just observe. Okay, so I'm going to assign this with my name itself. Okay, what I will do? I'll do some analysis. So first, so here also he is going to create some subtask. Okay, some subtask like account creation and data model. So everything I'm going to do it in a main user story itself. Okay, to do, doing. Okay, this is a high priority task. Okay, so because without table, okay, without database connection, you can't move forward. Okay, that is the reason this is a high priority task. The effort will be 1 day. Okay, now I have already prepared a script here. Anyway, I have shared this document with you guys already. So this is my script. What I will do, I'll I have prepared DDL. Okay, DDL for the above requirement. So that everyone can understand, okay, what are the table fields, okay, what is the table definition, what is the primary key, those kind of things he is going to take care about. So you can consider I'm a DBA. So now I'm going to create a Snowflake account. I'll create a Snowflake account. So how to create Snowflake account? Just go to Google and type Snowflake account creation. Click on very first link. Give your name here. The company email ID. Okay. So the company name, the role, India. Okay, fine, cool. So here, just you can select enterprise. So if you want, you can select Azure or AWS or GCP. I'm going to select Azure here. So where is your data center location? So you can change it. Okay. So I'm going to change it as, keep it as India only. So if you want, you can add this one or else you can skip this. Okay. Load the data. So here I'm going to use SQL, just submit. So the automated email is going to send it to vitschool21@gmail.com. Okay, cool. Now go to your Gmail. It's a Snowflake account. You have to remember this one. Save this for later, right? Okay. So you have to save this URL for future login purpose. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to, okay, I'm going to add this URL so that everyone can access. Okay. So this is our login URL, or else I'll keep it in a notepad. Okay, good. So click here to activate. See these things and all in your real time, your DBA again, guys. Okay, there is a separate team or different team. Those guys are going to take care about this one. Okay, wait is cool underscore 10. Okay, the underscores are not accepting. Wait is cool 10. Start the rate 1 2 3 4. See, it's a 30 days free trial account. So once it is expired, okay, what you can do? So you can create another account by using the same email ID. So as we have created the AnyPoint platform, so the same way. Okay. Now I'll go to worksheet and quickly create the table. Okay. Okay, click on this worksheet. So Snowflake sample databases. Okay, fine. Fine. So here I'm going to create different database. Create database. My database name called ViTech. Okay, this is my database. Just observe here. See, database ViTech is successfully created. So once it is created, okay, just do refresh. If you do refresh also, here you can able to see ViTech is created. Okay, there is a schema. So here, if you want to create a schema, or okay, so the schema name, create schema. The schema name, I'm going to keep it as, it's a banking project, right? Okay, I'll keep it as BFS. Okay, the schema name, it is called BFS. Just run this one. See, schema also created. Now we are in a ViTech database and the schema is BFS. So under this, anyway, I have already prepared a SQL. So what you need to do, just create this table. That's it. Just simply copy paste and run this. The table bank transactions are successfully created. Good. So how to see whether the table is created or not? Describe table. So what is the table name? Bank transactions. See here, this is the table structure. Customer name, customer account number, ATM pin, bank name. Okay. So here, if you observe here, there are some default values. See, default to active. See, if you don't pass anything, the total balance default, it will be 0. So all the fields are mandatory. So it's like CID, customer ID is a primary key. Always it will auto increment. Okay. Is a wrong pin, it's a default to 0. Okay, fine. So now the table is ready. Just you can observe, select star from your table name. Select star from table name. Okay, cool. Select star from table name. See, there are no rows because the table is empty. The table is empty. Now, if you do refresh here, automatically, okay, I'll do refresh here. Automatically, you can able to see in the left-hand side, there is a table called, the database called ViTech BFS domain. Okay. So this is the schema. BFS is the schema. Inside this BFS, we have a tables. Okay. There is one table, bank transactions. So now the table is done. So what you need to do? Now we need credentials. Okay. So what DBA will do? He will say like, okay, the table is created. Okay. He will keep on update the status. Okay. The table is created. The table is created. I'll give you credentials as soon as possible. Okay. So that the developer can see, okay, he's working on this issue or this user story. I can expect the credentials so that I'll start my development or I will resume my development. Okay, let me quickly take all those values here. See what are the values it is required. Okay, just observe. So first one is account name. Okay, let me write it here. Account name. Warehouse. Database schema. See, this is very important interview question also, guys. Okay. So in order to connect with the database, so what are the details you are going to configure? So that time you have to mention these values. User, password, role. See, our entire project, these are the values we are going to use. Okay. Now go to account admin here. Okay. So what is the role? So this is our role. Account admin is the role. Okay, it's not copying. Or else let me type this. Okay. Okay, let's go to worksheet. See here you can see account admin. Okay, it's not taking. No worries. Account admin is the role. So what is the warehouse? Compute WH. Hey. Compute WH. This is the account admin. Now, what is the database? ViTech. Okay. ViTech is our database name. So what is the schema? BFS. What is the user and password? VIT school. Okay. VIT school 10. Password. test@12344. Okay. Later I will change the password also. Okay. So as of now, I'm going to give test at that. Now, what you need only account name. How to fetch the account name here? Anyway, in real time again, okay, you no need to worry about these configuration details. You can click on this one. Okay. Just click this active one. So here you can able to see copy account URL. Okay. Copy account identifier. just copy account URL. Okay, copy account URL. Okay, this is for login, right? See the same URL only. Okay, just observe. I think this one is J, it is coming. Okay, this is for login. Okay, whenever you are going to log in, you need to use this one. This is for account name. How to identify account name? Just go to your profile. Here you can see copy account URL. This is very important. So here, just take up to this part. Okay, up to this part. You can remove https and double slash, and after that snowflakecomputing.com. Okay, this is very important. This is very important. Okay, now what your DBA will do, he will take this user details and he will go to this user story. Okay, so who is working on this user story? It's like suppose Srikanth, right? He is going to mention. Okay, hey Srikanth, I have created the credentials for you. Please find the credentials. Please find the credentials or configurations. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, now I'm a developer. What I will do, just I'll copy this. I'll copy this and I'll keep it into one location for my understanding purpose. Okay, then I'll resume my development. Okay, now just observe here, Snowflake config. You have to click configuration here, add MAVEN dependency. Just click on finish. No need to configure anything. Okay, it is loading now. Just observe carefully here. Okay, it is still resolving. So here we do have an option called we can hard code the values. I'll show you in just a second. Okay, the JDBC driver is downloaded. See, account name we can copy paste. The warehouse details. What is your warehouse? What is your database name? Okay, everything you can copy paste it from here. Okay, the schema. It is school 10. Okay, so the password. See, if you want to enter, I mean, if in order to query or in order to access Snowflake, we need this kind of details. We need this kind of detail. Okay. Now, just click on this test connection, whether you're able to connect with the database or not. So sometimes it will take some time. Okay. It will take few seconds to get it connect with the Snowflake database. Okay, test connection is failed. So why it is failing? Just observe. So let me copy this. Let me copy and keep it into. Okay, it's not. Okay. Account admin. We have given in a small letters. Might be that is the reason. Okay. Connection reset. Okay, fine. Let me reconfirm. Is there any spaces? Okay, no spaces are here. Okay, there is one space. Okay, before this account name. Okay, there is one space. Might be that is the reason. Okay, cool. Wait is school 10. Okay.
I think the password is too long compared to the just you can check once. Show password.
Yeah. So it is in progress. Okay, let's see. I'll check. Okay. See, normally no need to do test connection and all. Okay, if your username and password is correct. But before going to connect with the database, okay, it's a better practice to give a test connection. So REST service is not available. Why? See, the password also correct. Test @1234 only. So let me log out and log in. Sign out. So this one is the URL. Okay, the same URL only. It is school 10 test @1234. Okay. It's working here. Okay, let me change this one also. Capital letter. Account admin. See, this is one way to connect. Okay, this is one of the way. It's like we are doing. Okay, we are not coding all the values, but in our real time, it is not recommended. Okay, it's not a correct approach. It is not a correct approach to perform these things. Okay, let me check. Meanwhile, I have created few more. PY 27899. Are we using the same? Okay, this one is different. Cool. Sorry. Okay, sometimes there might be some issues. Okay, so it is lagging, might be network issues or something. So what I will do, let me cancel this one. I simply give okay. I simply give okay here. Go to message flow. Let me simply write the query so that we can able to understand. Select start from what is our table name, bank transactions. Okay, so we don't have any rows anyways. Just try to see this. Just give right click, and deploy the project in your local. So meanwhile, what I will do, I'll prepare a input for this. So this is for design one, right? Okay, the same way I'll make it as duplicate here, rename it the development one, develop creation of account. Where it went, rename develop creation of account. Just give enter. Okay, it will get changed. Okay, these are the details we are going to pass. Anyway, the actual logic we are yet to implement. But just observe whether this one is running or not. Okay, resolving the lowest support version 1.4. So there are some memory issues. Okay, so what I will do, let me close the previous projects, close all unrelated projects, and stop this one. See, whenever you are going to use AnyPoint Studio, right? Okay, better you can close all the projects. So apart from which you are working. Or else what you need to do, sometimes you need to do restart. You need to do restart for the system, or you need to restart your AnyPoint Studio. Let me clear the temporary files too. Just give run as mule application. See, now we are in a phase to connect only Snowflake. So still we didn't implement any logic based on the input. See, as soon as it is deployed this application into local, So here you can able to see the message called deployed. JVM excited while loading the application. Okay. See, it is stopped now. It is showing. Press any key to continue. Okay, I'll continue this. See, it is terminated. It is terminated. So let me restart the AnyPoint Studio. Just to close this one. Do refresh. Run as an administrator. Run as administrator. So it got stuck.